Hi everyone, it's Lilly Ghalichi Mirror. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, and by the way, I'm pregnant, in case you didn't already notice. Today I'm gonna be doing a personal video for you guys, how I started Lilly Lashes, how I started some of my other businesses. There are so many of you out there that have dreams of your own, ideas of your own for amazing businesses or products. My advice to you before I even get started on this is to do it. It doesn't matter if you think it's stupid. It doesn't matter what your mom thinks or your friend thinks or your sister thinks. All that matters is what you think. And if you think you have a good idea, if you have a passion for something, if you have an invention that you think is awesome, you will never know where it could take you on the journey. And you will never know unless you try. The hardest step in following your dreams or starting a business is the first step. The things I'm gonna share with you now are just general tips and tricks on how you can start your own business. Number one, you need an idea. If you have something that you're passionate about, a product that you've invented, that's good enough. I wanna make this clear. Not everything I've done has been successful, and not everything you're gonna do will be successful. A huge part of success is failure, and that's okay. All it takes is one. All you need is one idea to stick, one business to succeed. You don't need every idea to be brilliant. You don't need every product to be brilliant. The second thing you need is a work ethic. You will never be successful unless you work. It is not easy. You need to work every single day, day and night. Being an entrepreneur does not mean 9 to 5 or does not mean, I'm gonna work on this today, but then next week I'm gonna go to Coachella, and then a week after that I'm gonna go to Europe and this and that, and then I'll come back and I'll work on it for a week. No, when you're starting a business, you need to devote 100% of your time, effort, and energy into that business. Once you succeed, that's when you can enjoy the success. To give you an example on how you can start your own business, I'm gonna share the story that you guys are asking me about, how I started Lilly Lashes, which is one of my businesses that I'm most known for. So here are the questions that you guys asked. Question number one, how did I come up with the idea for Lilly Lashes? This is a great question. I was filming a reality show at the time called The Shahs of Sunset on Bravo. Please don't Google it and go watch some episodes, but if you do, whatever. My character on the show was this over-the-top glamazon. Big hair, a lot of makeup, long gowns. Well, at the time, there were no dramatic lashes. There were no glam lashes. You had two choices: barely there human hair, like non-existent lashes, or synthetic glitter Halloween lashes. But for someone that wanted to be glamorous and dramatic, there was no option. My makeup artist and I would spend literally 45 minutes in glam on lashes, because we would put one pair on, let it dry, put another pair on, let it dry, put another pair on. I would stack 3 or 4 different pairs. Sometimes we would cut them up to create our own style, add in individuals, and it made my glam be 3 hours long because 45 minutes of it was just lashes. I would literally call my makeup artist scientists, because sometimes to save time before glam, they would sit at a table and cut and glue all these lashes together so that we could just put it on once rather than stacking them all together. I knew that there had to be a better way. And I also felt like I can't be the only one that wants outrageous lashes. There has to be other people out there like me. So I decided to start my own lash line. There was no Instagram at the time, but there were blogs, and I happened to have a blog. I literally launched my lash line on my blog. I did some research into where I could buy lashes, how I could source lashes. This is another great question. Everyone's like, how'd you find vendors? How do you find people that will make it? Google it, honey. It's that simple. I literally Googled lash suppliers, lash vendors, lash factories, lash manufacturers, box suppliers, because if you're gonna have a lash, then you need a box. Box factories. I contacted a few, I got pricing, I got samples, I put together ideas I wanted, and Lilly Lashes was born. The next question you guys have for Lilly Lashes is, what is the first custom product I developed and how hands-on was I in the process? So the first truly custom collection I am so proud of are Lilly Lashes 3D Mink lashes. This is the first collection in the world that ever hit the market that were 3-dimensional. And I did this because, remember I said I started the company because I was stacking human hair lashes. And when you stack human hair lashes, each strip doesn't lay perfectly. So you end up with this lash that is 3-dimensional because it's actually 3 different lashes put together. My makeup artist at the time, who was also one of my best friends, is Ariel Tejada. He has since become one of the world's biggest and best makeup artists. But anyways, let's rewind back to then. He was staying with me. He lived in New York, but he literally flew to LA to stay with me to help design this crazy idea I had of launching a 3D Mink collection. We spent hours on days over about 2 weeks at my kitchen table like mad scientists, cutting, gluing, literally scientists, lashes together. We came up with, I think we did 10 to 12 designs. First we made a list. We need a wing lash, we need a round lash, we need a dramatic lash, we need a lighter lash. Once we had all the ideas we wanted, we sat down and we created them. Once we had our 10 to 12 samples, I sent them off to my Lilly Lashes manufacturer overseas, and we anxiously awaited the samples. First, they told me, oh, we can't do this. This can't be done. These are lashes. You can't put all this on one strip. We went back, we went forth. They finally agreed to give it a shot. After a few weeks of back and forth, the samples arrived. Literally, our vision came to life. Now, not all of them were amazing. Remember, I said we got about 10 to 12 samples, but I only launched 6. I narrowed it down to the 6 best. And I have to say, 2 of the styles in the collection, Miami and Mykonos, I got a lot of negative feedback about. We showed them to our friends, we showed them to other makeup artists, family members. They were like, they're beautiful, but these 2, it's too much. It's too dramatic. Nobody's gonna wear this. This looks like a spider. No one's gonna want this. Ariel and I felt differently. We both thought those were the best styles out of everything we created. So I decided to ignore the noise and go with my intuition. And that's something you have to do with your own business. Don't worry about what other people think of your product. Don't worry about what they think of your name or your brand or your logo. Worry about what you think. It's the innovators that become successful. It's the game changers that become successful. It's the people that are weird and different that stand out. So we launched. The collection sold out in 1 day. And you know those 2 styles, Miami and Mykonos? Well, Kylie Jenner ended up posting shortly after how Miami was her favorite lash ever, and the rest is history. So my 3D Mink collection, along with Kylie's awesome post, really put us on the map, and something that didn't exist before, 3D lashes, were suddenly this huge trend that everyone wanted, a look that everyone wanted, and it was all because we took a chance. The next question you guys have is, how was I able to build Lilly Lashes' online presence in such a short amount of time? And the answer to this question is exposure. You could have the best product in the world, you could be the best brand, but if nobody knows you exist, you will not be successful. So what I did is give them away for free.
Open your lashes, 1, 2, 3.
Don't be afraid to give things away for free in exchange for exposure. I not only posted them myself, and I'm very fortunate that I had a large following at that time, but I reached out to every single one of my friends every single one of my friends, every single one of my friends, as well as just random people I didn't know. I was emailing, DMing, coldly. I don't know these people. I don't know anything about them. I would just send them an email that says, hey, we have a lash line. We are the world's most glamorous lashes. We have these innovative 3D lashes. We want to send you some for free. We would send them out and just hope they would post. When you're giving stuff away for free, you can't guarantee a post. And when you're starting a new business, you can't afford these huge rates to post. I was still a small company at the time, and so I wanted to try to get my name out there as cost effectively as possible. Everyone is reaching out to people asking to give their product for free in exchange for post or use or exposure. So that is a great way to get your business out there and your social media grown in a very short period of time. The next question you guys have is, what were my biggest struggles starting the company? I know that this is gonna sound really silly, but a lot of it for me was insecurity. I think that I cared a lot about what people that I cared for thought, like my friends, my family. I let that noise affect me. For example, these are too dramatic. Like, I know you like to look like this, but this can't be a business. This is makeup. This is like a hobby. You need to have a real job. You need to have a real career. You're a lawyer. Go be a lawyer. Don't make a hobby a business. That's never going to be successful. And those things affected me, and I doubted myself, and I had insecurities in myself. And when you're not 110% confident in your brand, in yourself, you won't be successful because you won't work as hard. You won't get it out there as strongly because a part of you will be a little like, That was my biggest hurdle. I should have released my 3D Mink lashes a lot earlier than I did. I think a part of me listened to that noise and was insecure that people would think I'm dumb or crazy or too over the top, and nobody's gonna want these dramatic lashes. I couldn't have been more wrong. And I'm so glad that I overcame that fear and I sat down and I created that collection and I launched it, because we are now the #1 lash brand in the world because of it. Overcome your fears and understand that failure is a part of success. Had I launched those 3D Minks and they tanked, that's okay. Think of something else, try something else. One thing will work. The next question you guys have has to do with competition. You asked, being one of the first lash brands in the space, now that so many other lash brands are coming into the market, literally, I feel like every day I go online and it's like, oh, there's 50 new lash brands. How do I handle that? Does that scare me? Am I worried about the longevity of the company? My answer to that, and again, this is universal in every industry, no. I am not scared. It does not bother me. Let me tell you something, guys. There are 8 billion people on earth. 8 billion. There are enough customers for Lilly Lashes and that company and that company and that company and that company and those companies over there. There are enough customers for everyone. You should never be afraid of competition. Just because another brand comes into the market doesn't mean you're gonna go out of the market. What you do have to do is stay innovative, stay relevant. If you're already successful the way that Lilly Lashes is today, stay true to your customer and be different, be innovative, be what got you to be the leader that you are in the market. But don't be scared, don't be upset. Competition is a healthy part of our country. It is what makes us great, and there's enough for us all. The next question you guys have is, what is the hardest thing about being a woman in business? Now, I can't answer this question for every woman, but I can answer this question for me. I think for me, there are 2 things that have been really hard being a woman in business. Number 1 is my physical appearance. I'm not conservative. I want to spend 3 hours on my hair and makeup. I want to wear hair extensions. I want to wear lashes. I want to have fake boobs. I want to wear tight dresses. I want to wear high heels at all times. This was frowned upon. You walk into the room dressed up or with a lot of makeup on, and suddenly other people in the room think you're not smart, not gonna add any value. They just think you're a joke. They're like, oh, are you in the wrong room? Like, sugar daddy room is down there. And it's like, no, know I'm not a gold digger, I'm a goal digger. So I would say the hardest part for me was my love for makeup and hair and high heels and plastic surgery and everything else, and trying to be taken seriously in the business world at the same time. I don't think your appearance has any bearing on your level of intelligence, your work ethic, your success level. I think that we're fortunate enough in today's world that these things aren't as important, whether you're transgender, you have purple hair, or you have big boobs or no boobs. I think today we are a country that is awesome enough to ignore that and understand that you should not judge a book by its cover. The second aspect of being a woman in business that's been incredibly difficult for me is balancing my personal life with work life. So finding that balance of being a good wife and a good mom to be, being healthy for my baby, as well as being a good boss and being a hard worker and being what my company needs, has been incredibly difficult. And my advice to you there, and I'm still struggling with this, I'm still trying to learn, but my advice to you is every day make time for what's important to you other than your work. So I don't care if you still have 10 things left to do at the office. If it's 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, leave and make time for your husband or your boyfriend or your family or your friends, because if you don't have that balance of work and play, you will eventually burn out. You will get depression, anxiety. You will not be as successful as you could be because you don't have that balance and you don't have happiness. And I think that's something women struggle with more than men, because in a relationship, a woman is expected to be this awesome homemaker, this nurturer to her husband, this mom to the children. But women today also work and have their own businesses and are amazing entrepreneurs, but they aren't expected to neglect any of those other duties that we've traditionally had. So being a woman and owning your own business is very hard, but it's possible. The next question that you guys have about Lilly Lashes is, where is the company now? Well, I am so honored and just happy to say that Lilly Lashes is currently the #1 lash brand in the world among celebrities, celebrity makeup artists, influencers, glam girls, just amazing women and men all over the world. Here are just a few. We're also in some of the most amazing stores in the world. You can find Lilly Lashes in all Sephora North America stores. This includes USA and Canada, as well as Sephora.com. We will soon be in stores. You can find us overseas in the Middle East, in the UK, in Australia. You can basically find us in almost every country in the world at the most prestigious beauty store in the region. We are so proud of the success of Lilly Lashes. Well, I hope this answered all of your questions about how I started Lilly Lashes and about Lilly Lashes in general. If I could just end this by saying to every single one of you watching, it is possible. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of hard work, but if I can do it, you can do it too. You just have to start. Stop thinking about it, stop wishing for it, stop wanting it, and start doing it. Take that first step today and make a list today of the next 2 steps you're gonna do tomorrow and the next 3 steps you're gonna do after that. And I promise you, before you know it, you will be working your dream. And one day, if you work hard enough, you will be living your dream. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope we answered all your questions. And since this is a topic that so many of you sent us so many questions for, what I'm gonna do is for the next 24 hours after this video goes live, comment your question below in the comments, and I'm personally gonna answer every single one of those comments. And the reason I'm doing that is I know there are so many of you watching that could be so successful, and if me answering that question that you have that is holding you back from starting will help you start, it is worth my time to sit here all day that first day and answer those questions. So comment below and I will answer back. Bye, guys. What's it called? Pop culture. What is the first product that I created for Lilly Lashes? Oh my God, look!
Oh, little pink ones.
It was stuck in that thing up there.